Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Taurus for the month of August. Now do keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and get into this reading here for this brand new month of August 2025. Do hope you had an amazing July, and I hope this month is even better, as always. We'll go ahead and get all the cards out here, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. Wow, Taurus, looking very good for you here, at least initially, as I look at these first 9 cards. The readings this month have been pretty good, So, all right, cool. Energy on the bottom, you have the Fool. So the Fool is a powerful card in the tarot, maybe the most powerful card, the strongest card potentially in the tarot, because it starts off everything. And what the Fool may suggest for you is in August, you may be undergoing some powerful new beginning, like a brand new journey, a fresh start, a blank slate, a clear slate in your situation. If you think about the Fool, and this is something that you can apply to your life or your situation here in August, you know, if you think about the Fool, they leap forward without knowing where they're going, but they know they're going somewhere, right? And so it's this idea of like trusting in the universe, having faith in oneself as well, and having confidence in oneself as well to get to where you want to go, right? And you know, some of you here may be taking a leap of faith in this month of August here for yourself here, Taurus. So I like this. Let's go ahead and let's get some more details on what this leap of faith or what this situation might be showing up as for you. So you have another strong card here in the Sun, very strong card. So with the Fool and the Sun, I would say any new beginning here for you in August is pretty blessed, we could say, right? It's pretty blessed for you, just starting off on this reading. And I also think that there is an opportunity for singles, for sure, to meet somebody. This might be through a friend of a friend. This may be through some sort of social circle or social group that you're a part of. You could be meeting somebody like romantically through other people at this time, or at events and gatherings as well. Why don't we just dive in here right away in the middle? You have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is a marriage card in the tarot, but really there are a couple things here with the Hierophant. It may indicate like that you are viewing something from a traditional lens, okay? That the Hierophant can speak to tradition, okay, in the tarot. And now that's not a bad thing, right? Tradition is good. You know, it's good to hold on to some tradition, right, in one's life. However, it can also signify, especially when you have something like the Fool, where maybe you want to break through or break free from something break free from something that you've been traditionally doing, right? Or you may want to do something in a different way compared to how you've traditionally done it, right? As I look at the Hierophant. This can also indicate spirituality, right? Typically formal religions, as you see this is like a pope or a priest on the card. But I like to just refer to it as spirituality. By the way, this is also the Taurus card, okay? So you are there, right? You are there in the middle. And I think that that's probably, and you know, I waited to the end to say that, the Hierophant is you showing up here in the middle. Now this middle card is an important card in the tarot because, in this spread. This middle card is an important card in the spread because all of the cards influence or this card influences all the cards around it, right? Each card touches the Hierophant here, right? So for you, you are front and center. You have a spotlight on you in this month. And let me get into that a little bit more here. In the first column, you have the 8 of Pentacles, you have the 8 of Wands, and you have the King of Pentacles. All right, so we have double 8s here. I would love to see a third 8 come in, and when we go through and do the clarifications, but 8 is a number of power, okay? 8 is a number of abundance and infinity. And so when you see this 8 of Pentacles here, this is a card that can indicate dedication to something, okay? Dedication to a task. It's one of the biggest skill cards in the tarot as well. But I think some of you have been really dedicated to, I would say, like initiating this fresh start or initiating this leap of faith that you're interested in taking here with the Fool on the bottom. It's almost like it's taken a lot of prep work to maybe create flexibility or to sort of like, it's taken a lot of prep to get to the point where you can do something a little bit different here, okay, with the Hierophant and the Fool. Like, you've had to get your affairs in order. You've had to get things in order to in order to get this new start, okay? And I would also say that on a different level, the Eight of Pentacles, it can indicate great progress in work, okay? It certainly can show up as promotions as well. Typically, things are going well in the career areas when you get the Eight of Pentacles. You have this here with the Eight of Wands, which the Eight of Wands it is a breakthrough card in the tarot, okay? It says that things are pushing ahead for you, things are moving forward for you. And it is a card of like potential travel as well. I just don't see any travel here as well. I don't really see any travel, on the board yet, but it is a travel card as well. So the other thing with this Eight of Wands is it can suggest that news is coming into you from a distance. All right, so you may be getting some important communication that either comes in through your inbox or you may have a important phone call. It's usually from a distance, right? So this would be text messages, phone calls, maybe even letters coming in the mail, emails, these sorts of things, social media with the Eight of Wands. So some of you here may be getting some important communication in this month as well. You then here have the King of Pentacles, which is, this is somebody who is quite successful in life, and they've gotten to this level of success by having really solid habits and routines. And so I get the sense that here with the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, usually that's a good indicator that kind of like what you're doing is working. Like you're doing the right things at this time, okay? With the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, and you now might be kind of like in a position for a breakthrough, okay? With the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. I also think that there may be somebody here who is showing up to tell you something very important connected to your career, connected to your work in some way with the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so could this be a promotion? It certainly could. It certainly could here for you, Taurus, especially as we have a celebratory card as well in the next column. All right, so some of you may have something to celebrate here as it connects to your work situation. And yeah, the thing is that I was getting a strong message here around like breaking free from something, from the way that you've traditionally done something or from how you've traditionally done something. So let me see if I can kind of hone in on that timeline a little bit more as we go along. But as of right now, it feels like just based on this first column and the other cards that we've read, it feels like you're in a strong position to receive a breakthrough or some important communication. All right, so in the middle, you have the King of Cups, you have the Hierophant, and you also have the Three of Cups here. Okay, so let me, I know I'm hopping between the different timelines here. I've kind of thrown a lot out there for you, as I do in these readings. But what I will say is, with this Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups, this is your social circle. The Three of Cups is your social circle. And the Ace of Cups is some sort of fresh start in love, potentially, or some new love entering into your life. So with the Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups, it is very possible that you meet somebody through other people, okay? In some way. Now, if you're not here, and it feels like this could be a long-term person, by the way, with the Hierophant, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Cups. This could be somebody that's very committed with the Eight of Pentacles that's very serious here as well, Taurus. This may be a long-term person if you're single. Some of you may have already been in a relationship for a while, and somebody there may be a proposal energy here with the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Hierophant. That would not surprise me either. Here. So that's kind of what I'm getting on the love portion of this reading. Now, as I also stated, some of you are going to have something to celebrate here in this month of August, okay? With the Three of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. And I think it's probably career-related or work-related, something like this. But with the King of Cups is somebody who's a good listener. King of Cups asks you to trust your gut, use your intuition. as you get a new start here, all right? So just to kind of recap, we've got like a timeline here connected to love, where some of you may be finding someone really serious or progressing your love relationship. Some of you here are in a prime position. You're primed and ready for a breakthrough. And then some of you here as well, maybe the breakthrough is the new beginning, but some of you here are also looking for a new start, okay? And you're looking to really have a strong new start in some area here, and kind of like take a leap of faith. So those are kind of the three timelines I'm looking at here. In the final column, you have the Sun, the Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. So the Sun is really a kind of like a ray of positivity in the tarot. It's the best card to find from my perspective in the tarot. And the Sun can suggest that there's like some abundance on the horizon even. And when I say abundance, I don't mean just like financial abundance, right? Abundance comes in so many different ways. Abundance can be, this feeling or this moment of pure bliss. It can be, abundance can be good family energy. Abundance can be a healthy relationship. Abundance can be certainly money. It certainly can be money as well. But you get the idea here. The Sun is like kind of like bringing some type of abundance into your life, some level of abundance into your life. And it also represents the truth. Okay, so for some of you here with the Hierophant, the Sun, the new beginning with the Fool, where is your, what I'm feeling here is like, where is your true north, right? Like in what direction do you want to be, leaping towards with the Fool, okay? Because you have this idea of like maybe getting out of tradition or breaking free from tradition. So this may be a great month to sort of follow your true north or your North Star in a certain way. You then have the Seven of Wands, which is a card that asks you to stand your ground around something. It's not immediately clear to me what that Seven of Wands is around, so I'm going to wait till we get to the clarifications to really see what it is here. But, maybe what that Seven of Wands is just kind of doubling down on here is, yeah, if you do need to be dedicated to something, continue to be dedicated to it. If you do want a new start, if you do want to break free from tradition, stand strong in that, right? And actually, see that through to the end. You then have the Ace of Cups. I've talked about this already. This could be a new beginning in love. It could also represent some sort of like new happiness as well. Ace of Cups and the Fool is a pretty strong indicator that some of you are doing something new in this month of August. And yeah, it feels like the universe is trying to bless you with something here, which I love to see with the Sun, the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. And the reason, based on this reading, that the universe really wants to bless you with something is because you've put in the legwork, so to speak. You've put in the hard work here with the Eight of Pentacles. You've shown dedication, and you've put yourself in this position, right? So why don't we go ahead and let's take a look at the oracle cards here for you. We'll see it's coming forward in these oracle messages, and then we'll move into the tarot clarifications here. All right. Let's see what we have for you. Okay. Energy on the bottom, you have Wise One. Grow within your current situation. Yeah, it feels like, I said this already, which is, it feels like whatever you're doing is working. Like, you're absolutely doing the right things here. Yeah. Let's see what else here is showing up in this in these oracle cards. You then have Hunter. Track down your fears and desires, as well as Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Love and let yourself be loved. Especially when it comes to like, how do I say this? Some people have a hard time. Some people have a hard time doing the things that they want to do because they're always thinking about, other people, or they're always putting other people's interests first. And, it feels like maybe this could be a time to go into service, be in service of yourself, right? Which is not always a bad thing, right? It's sort of like a give and take. But this idea of loving yourself as you maybe start something new here is showing up in this reading. Yeah, right here it is, right? Take care of your needs. What does your soul want you to look at? Where does your soul want you to go? You're gonna have Protection Guardian, which means drop your shields. Okay, so yeah, let's try to get some more details on this. I'm gonna go ahead and sorry about that. I'm gonna go ahead and move into the tarot clarifications here, and see what's showing up in the tarot cards here for you, Taurus. Now, as always, thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate your time. And yeah, as always, hope things are going well for you. All right. Okay. You have the Six of Cups, Three of Wands, and the Chariot. Six of Cups, Three of Wands, and the Chariot. Okay. So, yeah. I have a feeling that some of you here, this idea of like in the workspace, I think that somebody is very interested in promoting you. Okay, I know I'm throwing a lot out here, but a lot of different timelines here. But with the Chariot and the King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles would be the person who kind of holds the keys to the money, right? And you have this with the Chariot, which is a victory. It's progress. It's moving forward. And so for some of you here, there is a promotion timeline that's showing up here with the Eight of Wands, the Chariot, and Eight of Pentacles, Chariot, and the King of Pentacles. And then we do have the Eight of Wands as well, which can indicate communication. So it could be a promotion that's showing up for some of you here as well. You then have the Three of Wands, which would kind of go along with that timeline. Three of Wands represents growth and expansion. It's also a card of like being an adventurer or going on an adventure in life, especially with the Fool. So some of you here, it's not about a promotion or a raise or anything like that. It's about doing something exciting, right? Like doing something that you've wanted to do. And this is for you. This is truly for you. Okay, this is not for someone else. You then have the Six of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. So Six of Cups refers to the past. Okay, this can even refer to past patterns. This can, so like many times, it can just refer to past patterns that we've picked up maybe in an early experience in life, right? So like in childhood or maybe adolescence or whatever the case may be, maybe early adulthood. And sometimes we carry these patterns with us. And, it could certainly be talking about that. But the Six of Cups, for me, it represents, in this reading, it represents everything that you've done up to this point, because the Six of Cups can just represent the past, right? So you've clearly been dedicated to something, okay? And the cards here are just doubling down on that. And it's almost like the universe is ready to sort of bless you with something here, is what I feel. You have the Seven of Swords with the King of Cups. You have the Seven of Pentacles. And you have the Page of Wands. Okay, going back to the love timeline, any sort of new like romantic connection that is forming here under the energy of this month is going to be pretty passionate. Okay, if you're single and you're actively looking to date or whatever the case may be, with the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, Ace of Cups, this will be pretty passionate connection, I think. And I do think it's going to come through other people, but the wands can connect to passion. Okay. And so you have that here with this page. Page of Wands is also an offer, an invitation. I believe we did not. Okay, that was actually the Virgo card, but the Virgo sign that I read for the Virgo reading. The Virgo had the Page of Wands, and now here you are. It's coming in again for your sign. So it does feel like the Earth signs here are getting a lot of opportunities here in this month, especially with the Fool, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Wands, and you are no different. So with the Page of Wands, this is a job opportunity, usually in the tarot. And I talked about how you have some sort of promotion here, potentially for some of you, promotion or opportunity, something along those lines is showing up here with this Eight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, King of Pentacles, Chariot here. This is really nice. The universe is trying to bless you here. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Some of you are shifting out of the way that you've traditionally done something. This person's contemplating everything that they've done up to this point to save, to invest, to build. This person saved and invested and builded and built and harvested the tree here that's bearing the pentacles, and they're now thinking about where to go with this money. So for some of you here, I really think that you are going to contemplate doing something a little bit different. Okay, doing something a little bit different in this month ahead. You then have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about potentially building a strategy or a game plan. I don't like the Seven of Swords usually in a reading because it can indicate like deception or backstabbing. I would just double, triple, quadruple check any new beginning new offer or opportunity that's coming in. I double, triple, quadruple check the fine print. Okay, it doesn't mean that something disastrous is going to happen or someone's really trying to kind of like work you over in any way. But yeah, I would just double, triple, quadruple check that. It can also talk about building your strategy or your plan. Let's see what else we have here. You have the Ten of Wands, you have the Page of Pentacles again, and then you have the Ten of Swords. Okay. All right. So we've got double tens here, right? So tens represent completion. I think that yeah. So the Ten of Swords, I think that for the people here that are here for love, I would say with this Ten of Swords, what this is saying is the past situations, like the past relationships that you've been in or the past romantic experiences that you had, like the door is shut on those, and the universe wants to bless you with someone new. Okay, the universe really wants to bless you with someone new here, and so like make sure the door is shut on those past relationships. And you know the door is actually already shut, but can you see it? Right? Can you see the door being shut? Is the question here? Okay, because there's a nice connection that's showing up for some of you, but yeah, the past may be showing up here to kind of like the past experiences and relationships here might be showing up to sort of showing up for review in some way. Okay. You then have another offer opportunity. You're going to be getting a lot of messages here with the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Then you have the Sun and the Ten of Wands. I would say, whoever I'm talking to here, you have like a really strong foundation of hard work. Like your work ethic is a part of your core foundation. And it feels like this is kind of how you've put yourself in this position for a breakthrough, okay? And the universe really wants to kind of show up for you and bless you with something here. You do have the Eight of Wands on the bottom. So we had the Eight of Wands at the start of this reading here, which again can connect to a breakthrough. And as I said, I was looking for like a third eight. So here it is. So you have this repeating 888 number. I would look out for that number. Again, 8 is a power number. It's a number of power. It's a number of abundance, of infinity. And I would be on the lookout maybe on your Starbucks receipt or your grocery receipt, or maybe on a license plate or whatever the case may be. If you see that number, the universe is trying to speak to you in some way, okay? So let's see what is in the Kipper messages here for you, Taurus. So you have main female, you have poverty, house, imprisonment, official person, and change. Okay, so it feels like, let's see here. Yeah, thoughts. All right. Yeah, there's a timeline here. I talked about how many of you are looking to initiate this fresh start, especially with the Hierophant. There is something that's holding you back a little bit, okay? And I think it's a past pattern, okay? I think it's a past pattern, which is kind of like leading you to do something how you've always done something, okay? Because I'm looking at these thoughts, I'm looking at the imprisonment, I'm looking at the poverty card. To me, this speaks of a pattern, okay? This speaks of some sort of thought pattern that you have picked up that is being asked to be resolved here, or that the universe is asking you to sort of look past here. You then have the official person, which again is a card I'd like to see for a promotion, so I like that. with the change in house energy here, I wasn't really seeing a house move, but that is a big indicator in these Kipper cards that somebody may be moving, actually. So you do have despair on the bottom. Yeah, it's just breaking free of these past patterns. Taurus, this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.